Sometimes life is just stupid. You do everything that you think you're supposed to do and it still ends up blowing up in your face. Hi, everybody. My name is Craig. Welcome to A Side of Hustle. I'm here to help you experience freedom in your life if you get stuck in a bunch of different ways. And yesterday was just one of those stupid days. It actually started off really well. We went to church as a family. I got everything refocused in my life where I wanted to be for the coming week. Had this grandiose plan of everything that was going to go on. Did everything the way I thought I was supposed to do it. And sure enough, while I was out making deliveries, the car completely quit on me, stalled out, and I ended up not being able to make the deliveries that I needed to make for supper time on a Sunday night, which is definitely one of the better earning opportunities that I normally have. And instead of getting all down on myself, I was able to handle things a whole lot better because I have been focusing on getting freedom in my soul, my heart, and my mind. So that way, when a situation came up that I was out of control, I was able to quickly handle some things. So I just want to go over with you a couple of ways that I was able to process handling stupid life situations that came up that maybe can help you. And so here's what I want to go over. So the first thing that happened was I wasn't sure exactly what to do. So I went and I called my wife. Why? Because I didn't want to have to suffer through understanding or trying to make a bunch of decisions on my own. I knew even though maybe she and I would both be a little bit emotional about it, we would be a whole lot better to work as a team to figure out a plan. So instead of making a quick rush plan of what we were going to do, again, we're a one-car family, and my wife had to get to work the next morning, and the kids had school the next morning, right? These are not things that we can just simply say, oh, we'll just take off a day tomorrow as the car gets fixed. We had to actually figure out a plan of action. And so I talked it over with her and we put together kind of a quick plan A, plan B, plan C. And we were able to work those things out. So that way, instead of this thing that was catching us off guard that we each had to handle individually, we were able to handle it together in the moment. Now, maybe you're not married, but you can still have someone trusted that you can go to when life blows up in your face. Then after that, we started executing the plan immediately. This is one of the lessons that I've learned recently is that a lot of times when I see something is going wrong, I kind of hesitate. I'm worried about, well, what if I don't pick the absolute best option? And the truth is, when you're in a situation where life is blown up in your face, I can almost guarantee the worst possible option is doing nothing. The best possible option is to quickly analyze, make a decision, be willing to pivot, but actually start acting on that decision. So we basically put together our plan of how we were going to handle things. I went in, talked to the restaurant, made sure it was okay that I could leave the car there if nothing could happen with it. Two, because it was a Sunday night and knowing everything was closed, I still reached out to a mobile car repair company to see if they were available. Turned out that they were not available until Monday morning. Three, then we reached out to some family who could provide a ride to school for my wife and the kids today. So that way that was taken care of. We kind of just went through this checklist of what's the most important things. Then I decided, okay, there's nothing else I can do. I can't make any deliveries, so I need to figure out a way to make a little bit of extra money. So I quickly got a Lyft and got a ride home and started listing eBay items. And I had a pile of eBay stuff that I had not gotten listed yet. And I figured, okay, just because I'm losing one opportunity to make money doesn't mean I need to quit on the night. So I quickly pivoted and listed a couple $100 worth of items that are just sitting around. Now, does that mean they're going to instantly sell? No, but they certainly can't sell if I don't get them listed. And then the goal was the same thing. We had set up potentially to have a car repair company come the next morning. So my wife and kids would get the ride to school. And then meanwhile, I would get a lift back to the parking lot this morning. And long story short, after all of this, I was able to get there. We were able to get a mobile car repair company. It turns out our radiator is leaking, but there's a temporary fix of just keeping coolant refilled as needed in that. And so we were able to get the car going. But instead of having this life blow up in my face, completely knock me out for multiple days and just be like, well, I'm so worried about what's going to happen if I have someone come check this out. Instead, we took the problem head on by putting together a plan. And so this is one of the things I've been learning over the last couple of weeks, which is you need to have a plan. And when a plan blows up in your face, you need to quickly pivot and find the next plan. And so those are the steps that I took. One other thing that I didn't mention that I did in the process of all of this was I took a little time to get refocused in what would maybe seem like a waste of time, but I think it was actually the best use of my time. When I got home, after I got the lift and got home, before I kind of moved on and started acting is I actually took a moment, and by a moment I mean about 15 or 20 minutes, and I just went and I prayed and I refocused my soul, because I understand, for me, if my soul is not in line and healthy, then all the decisions that I'm going to make for my heart and my mind, my emotions, my mental strength, and then all the decisions that are going to come after that are going to be tainted if my soul is not correct. And so on this channel, we're all about making sure that you're free in your soul, your heart, your mind, your strength, and your wallet, and helping you get to those situations. Well, I always like to go back to basically the base level of, for what is most important to me, which is the soul level. And so I spent 15 minutes or 20 minutes, I don't know exactly, I wasn't timing it, but I spent a chunk of time of just focusing on it, praying, making sure my heart was right, and asking God to give me any wisdom that maybe I was not seeing in that moment as well. And honestly, I think it was the best decision, because not only did I feel clarified, and I was able to work with conviction after that, because I knew, okay, this is the best plan of action that we have right now. And of course, we're certainly ready to pivot again had the need come up. But at the end of the day, today I ended up actually getting out to go make some more deliveries. We have a plan of how to maintain the car here over the next couple weeks until we can save enough money for the radiator to get fixed. And so now we are living with this new plan, and we have this new plan of action. And maybe at some point in time, this new plan of action will blow up in our face and we'll make another quick pivot plan. But the whole idea here is, don't get stuck just because something doesn't work out. And this can be true in a variety of areas, whether it's a financial issue that comes up or just a basic logistical issue, which kind of this car situation for us is both a financial and a logistical issue. But even if it's like a relationship issue that comes up, or a spiritual issue that comes up, or just something is kind of battling with your mind, take control over these things. Don't allow these things to control you. And when the plan blows up in your face, it's time to quickly analyze and make a new plan, and don't live out of the emotions of the moment. Instead, do the best to gather people around you to help you make a good rational decision as to what you should do next. Allow people who are slightly outside of your world come in, because they might have some really good wisdom, because they're not going to be as emotionally tied up into the situation as you are. And again, make sure these are people that you trust, and then quickly pivot, make the plan, and get going from there. And so even though I was able to deliver today, I knew there was a chance I wouldn't be able to deliver today and make that money. And so I kind of push forward. I also know, as a part of this plan going forward, I know that there's a possibility of more car trouble. So as soon as I'm done recording this video and putting it up on YouTube, I'm going to go work on my eBay store, and I'm going to list 5 more items before I go to bed. Am I tired tonight? Absolutely, I'm tired, but that's okay, because I'm going to make sure that I'm building in some insurance here in case there is more to this car situation than what I realized and then what we came to the conclusion of today. Because on the off chance it is an old car, there's a chance that maybe this was not fully diagnosed. I hope that that's all that there is, and I hope that we have a good plan for it. But if it's not, I want to be ready to have the next pivot in place. And so I'm not going to sit around and wait and just hope that the car is going to work fine. I'm going to assume that there's probably more problems around the corner. So I'm using this as an opportunity for me to level up to something better and to something greater, and knowing and understanding that if a pivot needs to come, I'm already going to be positioning myself to where I will need to be for those next steps. So I want to encourage you, if life is feeling like it's blowing up in your face in all these different ways, and you don't have to go through it alone. We've created a school, SKOOL, a school group that is here for you to help you through these situations. And I want to invite you to come on over. It's absolutely free. It's just the opportunity where we get to dig into life situations and help you find this freedom that you're looking for in your soul, your heart, your mind, your strength, and your wallet. I want to be here for you. And even if that's not where you're at right now, I just definitely want to encourage you, don't let something that blows up in your face be something that's going to ruin you or take you out for days or weeks or months ahead. Instead, quickly pivot, figure out your new plan, and you will move on to something bigger and better and greater as soon as you can put that into place.